Alright, so it's finally been announced, the official specs for the Series X, the official specs for the PlayStation 5, and let me just tell you, Team Microsoft is going to be pretty happy with this. I'm doing this in a non-conventional way, no gameplay obviously, just got a couple of the spec sheets pulled up here so that you guys can take a look at. I'm going to compare them the best I can. I didn't understand a lot of that shit that Mark Cerny was talking about. He took it way beyond geek mode for me. I feel like I know quite a bit when it comes to this stuff, but some of those things he was talking about just came way out of left field. So we'll start with the CPU. CPU in the PS5 is going to be an 8-core Zen 2 with 2 cores at 3.5 gigahertz variable frequency, meaning boost mode will always be active. So what boost mode means, kind of like my 2700X Ryzen, I keep the boost mode on because it boosts a couple cores up over 4 gigahertz when needed. So that's what we're looking at here when it comes to the CPU in the PS5. We jump over to the the Xbox Series X. I don't see anything offering variable frequency, but I'm sure it is. Same thing, only you're looking at 3.8 gigahertz as the base, so it's just a little bit faster. Is it going to be a lot faster as far as the CPU? Not really. I mean, but at the same time, that is still definitely an advantage that you will most likely notice if you know what you're looking for. So when you jump down to the GPU, this is going to be the big one. This one's the one that's going to have Twitter heads going crazy. I can't wait to jump over to Twitter and check this out. You got 10.28 T-flops, 36 CUs, and this right here is what's going to come into play that a lot of you guys aren't realizing. The GPU in the PS5 is also variable frequency, meaning the boost will come into play, but its base clock is 2.23 gigahertz. If you jump over to the base clock of the Series X, it's going to be 1.825. So where the CPU in the PS5 was clocked a little lower than the Series X, the GPU is actually clocked a little higher, and my PC guys out there know that clock speeds mean everything when it comes to performance. The memory interface, this is also a good one, 16 gigs of DDR6 at 256 gigabytes per second. If you look at the memory bandwidth of the X, it's just pretty amazing. I mean, you're looking at 560 gigabytes 560 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. That's pretty freaking impressive. Internal storage, you're looking at a 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD, and then of course we all know you're going to have the expandable storage with the 1 terabyte expandable. They didn't mention anything about being able to upgrade your M.2, but I know that the PS5 has the expandable storage of an M.2, which I guess that's the same thing here. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. They didn't mention that this was an M.2 on the Series X, but it is an actual M.2 with the expandable storage on the PS5. The external storage, it's going to have USB HDD support. The way I'm taking that, it has to match the speed. If you're going with an external SSD, I believe they said it has to match the speed of the one that's inside the machine. So again, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Performance target 4K to 60 up to 120 frames per second. We've already seen Digital Foundry on the Series X showing Gears 5 running at 4K 60 flawlessly at Ultra PC settings with extra particle effects, which is very impressive. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this, guys. What it boils down to is Series X has got the more powerful system. The main things, from what I'm hearing and from what I'm understanding after looking at Digital Foundry talk about it on Twitter, John Linderman, I believe is his name, he said that the SSD in the PS5 is much faster than the one in the Series X. So he knows much more about that when it comes to pretty much any of us do. So we'll go ahead and go with that. PS5 is going to have a faster SSD. It said it was 100 times faster than the one in the Pro, than the hard drive in the Pro, which is amazing. But you're looking at the GPU clock speed. That's going to work to sort of even things out a little bit when it comes to the difference in T-flops. So don't expect. What I'm looking for here, guys, what I think we're going to see here is we're going to see the same thing as with the Pro as we did with the X, with the X being a little more powerful, but you're not going to really see it or notice it in multiplats. Not to mention we're going to be dealing with what word am I looking for, guys? Shit, brain freeze. I'd be able to think of it if I wasn't trying to think about it. But anyway, if it's not side by side, I don't think you're really going to notice a big difference. Both systems are supporting ray tracing. Both have their own little nicks and perks. But when it comes down to it, Xbox has got to deliver quality exclusive games. To make this system really jump out the gate, they've got to have a good exclusive, which I know Halo 5 Infinite is coming out. They've got to have something new to people are tired of Halo. I mean, aside from the true Xbox fans, the true Xbox diehards, I'm tired of Halo. I didn't beat the 5th one. Now don't get me wrong, I'll play Halo Infinite, but I want something new out of Team Microsoft. This generation coming up, we have got to see new exclusive games, new franchises from Microsoft. Now, we saw the Digital Foundry video showing the difference in load times between the X and the Series X, and it was super impressive. Super impressive. So my final take on this is this. Yes, the Series X is a little more powerful, but if Sony continues what they normally do and they kill it with exclusive, it's not really going to matter in the long run when it comes to sales. The PS5 is still going to sell like hotcakes right out the gate, and I think that the Series X will sell well also. But when you're a PC guy like myself, I'm going to need more than just a touch more power to make me want to jump on this Series X out the gate. And I can tell you right now, as soon as the PS5 goes up for pre-order, excuse my dog, she's barking at the neighbors, I'm gonna jump right on that pre-order. So that's where I'm at with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. As always, Gotti360. Keep it gaming, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.